Imagine chasing someone who already decided they'd never be yours. Picture wasting hours, days, even months, crafting texts, planning calls, just hoping she finally sees your worth. But what if I told you, she already made up her mind? Most men waste their time chasing women who have already decided they don't want them. That's the cold truth. She may smile, she may respond sometimes, she may even hang around, but deep down, she's not into you. And if you don't know the signs, you'll keep investing your time, your energy, and worst of all, your pride, into something that's already dead. In today's modern dating world, attention is cheap. With just one scroll on her phone, she's got 10 other guys waiting to entertain her. That's not an exaggeration, that's reality. So if she's not making an effort with you, it's not because she's shy. It's not because she's confused. And it's definitely not because she's figuring things out. It's because she doesn't see you as the one she wants. Harsh? Yes. But this is the exact truth you need to hear. Because you, my brother, are not here to convince a woman to like you. You are here to recognize the signs, to act like a man, and walk away with your self-respect intact. Too many men stay stuck in the gray zone, waiting, texting, wondering, hoping for a woman who already moved on mentally, long before you even realize something was off. And by the time you figure it out, what's left? Your confidence is gone, your time is wasted, your energy is drained. But this video is going to save you from all of that, because I'm about to show you 7 clear, undeniable signs that a woman is not interested in you. No more mixed signals, no more second guessing, just real, simple truths that most men ignore, because they're too scared to accept what's right in front of them. But you're different. Once you see these signs, you'll know exactly what to do. Stop chasing, start leading. You ready for the truth? Let's break it down one sign at a time. 1. She rarely replies. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, she doesn't hesitate. She wants to connect. She wants to be a part of your world. She'll look forward to hearing from you. She'll find comfort in your words. She'll reply not just because she can, but because she wants to. But when she rarely replies, you're not on her mind. Plain and simple. You could send the funniest text, the deepest message, or even a simple "how's your day?" And still, the reply you get back, if any, will be late, dry, and disconnected. And let's be clear, it's not shyness. It's not that she's super busy. It's not even that she's awkward over text. It's disinterest, masked as politeness. A woman who's into you doesn't delay communication. She craves interaction with you. She doesn't wait until it's convenient to engage. She prioritizes it because she values your presence in her life. But when she's not, her replies become robotic. One-word answers, replies that come hours later, a complete lack of warmth or playfulness. She might reply with a simple lol or a nice or just nothing. Here's where most men fall into the trap. They justify it. They say, she's just not a texter. But then they check her Instagram story. She's online. She just posted a new selfie. She liked 10 different posts. She shared a meme. She had time for everything and everyone else, except you. That's all the answer you need. A woman who wants you will make time for you. And she won't need to be reminded to reply. She won't need to be nudged. You won't have to double text just to get noticed. Because when she's genuinely interested, you're a part of her emotional rhythm. But when you're not, she's not replying out of interest, she's replying out of management. And brother, there's a big difference between being embraced and being managed. She's not excited about your texts. She's not waiting for your good morning message. She's just managing your presence like a notification she hasn't cleared. You're just there, not thrilling, not magnetic, not the man she's dreaming about. Now this is where good men mess up. They think, maybe I just need to try harder. So they do. They send longer texts. They get funnier, more thoughtful, more patient. But the more they do, the worse it gets. Because now she knows the truth. You're invested in someone who's barely acknowledging you. And that puts you in a weak position. And let me tell you, women can smell that weakness. It's not about games, it's about energy. When you're too eager for someone who's giving you crumbs, you come off as desperate. And that kills attraction. You need to recognize when you've been demoted from potential to convenience. If she's replying once every 8 hours with no depth and no interest, that's your cue. Pull back. Let her silence speak. Don't try to fill in the gaps she leaves. Don't chase after attention she's not willing to give freely. Her energy is telling you everything you need to know. And if you ignore that, you're only betraying yourself. Women hold their phones all day. If she wanted to reply, she would. You're not invisible. You're just not important to her. And you cannot afford to ignore that. A man who values himself doesn't tolerate being treated like a backup plan. He doesn't keep knocking on a closed door, hoping one day she'll answer with love. Because here's the brutal truth. The more you chase a woman who rarely replies, the more unattractive you become to her. That's the irony. She pulls back. You lean in. And now she sees you as needy, as someone who doesn't have options. And that kills attraction. A confident man doesn't beg for communication. He doesn't ask twice. He doesn't wait around wondering what she meant by K. He demands presence or he walks. So stop making excuses. If she's not responding with interest, consistency, effort, then take the hint. Her silence is louder than your words, and that silence is saying, I don't feel the same. Respect yourself enough to walk away from one-word texts, from long gaps of nothing, from the illusion that maybe she's still figuring it out. She's not. If she rarely replies, then she rarely cares. And that, my brother, is the only signal you need. 2. She's always busy. When a woman constantly tells you she's busy, she's telling you something much deeper. She's not just swamped with work. She's not stuck in endless errands. She's not just going through a lot. She's telling you, without directly saying it, you are not a priority in her life. That phrase, I've been so busy, it's the most overused excuse in the modern dating world. Why? Because it sounds soft. It sounds polite. It sounds reasonable. But don't be fooled. It's almost always a lie. A beautifully wrapped excuse to avoid confrontation. Because here's the truth. People make time for what matters. Period. Let me repeat that for the man still justifying her behavior in his head. No one is too busy to text back. No one is too busy to return a call. No one is too busy to meet up for 15 minutes, especially not for someone they're genuinely into. She might have a full schedule, sure. Maybe she works double shifts. Maybe she has exams. Maybe she's handling a personal crisis. But if she wants you in her life, she'll find a way. She'll sneak in a quick reply on her lunch break. She'll FaceTime you in the car. She'll stay up late just to hear your voice. She'll show you that, even in the chaos, you still matter. That's how attraction works. That's how desire moves. It's not blocked by busyness. It finds its way through busyness. But when she's always busy, when her schedule suddenly becomes an unscalable mountain every time you ask to meet or talk, she's not overbooked. She's just not motivated. There's no urgency, no fire, no hunger to see you, speak to you, or grow something real with you. You become something she'll get around to when it's convenient, if she ever does at all. And if you accept that role, you've already lost her respect. Now here's where good-hearted men go wrong. They try to be understanding. They say, it's okay, take your time. I know you're dealing with a lot. Let me know when you're free. They think they're being emotionally mature. They think patience will win her over. But women don't respect that kind of patience, not when it comes from a place of weakness. She knows what she's doing. She's giving you the slow fade, the silent push, the gentle retreat, masked as emotional overload. She's fading you out without a fight, so she doesn't have to feel guilty. And the truth? You're helping her do it. Some men even start rearranging their own lives to fit hers. They offer alternative dates. They become ultra-flexible. They practically beg to be scheduled in, like a dentist appointment. But the more you bend to fit into her schedule, the less she sees your value. You don't look thoughtful. You look available, too available. And when you're always available, you lose mystery, you lose edge, you lose attraction. A woman who truly wants you in her life does not want to lose her shot with you. She doesn't gamble with that kind of connection. She'll reschedule plans. She'll adjust her week. She'll give you even just a small piece of her day because you matter to her. You're being softly dismissed. She's walking away from the connection without ever opening the door to say goodbye. Don't chase her into her calendar. Don't beg to be squeezed in like a last-minute errand. And please, don't confuse her excuses for effort. Because they're not. If she's busy all the time, that's her way of saying, I don't want to give you my time. Let that sink in. When a woman respects you, when she feels something real, when she senses your masculine energy, she won't build walls with her schedule. She'll build bridges with her free time. So stop believing the lie. If she's always busy, then you're not the man she's thinking about when her day finally slows down. Let her feel your absence. Let her wonder where your energy went. Let her realize what she could have had, but didn't value, because real interest doesn't hide behind excuses. It shows, every time. 3. She never initiates. Let's make something crystal clear right now. When a woman never initiates, it means one thing: she's not chasing what she doesn't want to catch. In every healthy connection, there's a rhythm, an ebb and flow. You reach out, she engages. She reaches out, you respond. Effort flows both ways, naturally. But when you're always the one starting the conversation, always the one calling, always the one planning, that's not a connection, that's a performance. And brother, you're the one on stage, dancing for someone who's sitting back with her arms folded, waiting to be entertained. Let's be brutally honest. A woman who's interested doesn't sit back and wait. She doesn't need to be chased 24/7. She doesn't need daily reminders that you exist. She'll text first, send you a meme just to make you laugh. Ask how your day is going. Say, I was thinking about you today. It's not complicated. When she feels something, she shows it. But when she never initiates? That's not a green flag. It's not even a yellow one. It's a bold, blazing red flag waving in your face. And yet, so many men ignore it. They tell themselves stories. She's just shy. She likes being pursued. She's not good at texting. She probably doesn't want to seem desperate. But deep down, you know the truth. A woman who never reaches out is comfortable with your absence. Let that sink in. She doesn't check in because she doesn't care if you're gone. And yet, you keep chasing. You keep reaching out. You text first, every time. You ask how she's doing, every time. You carry the weight of the entire conversation, every time. Hoping, waiting, wishing that one day she'll finally return the energy. But here's the danger, and it's one most men never realize. When you're always initiating, you're teaching her something very dangerous. You're teaching her that she doesn't need to try, that you'll always be there, that she can put in zero effort and still get your attention, your time, your affection. You become easy access, you become predictable, you become the guy who's always available, no matter how little she gives in return. And women don't value what they don't have to earn. If all the energy comes from your side, she's not emotionally investing. She's not building anything with you. She's just letting you build the whole house and deciding later if she even wants to move in. And what does she give you in return? A few emoji replies? An occasional, "Oh, that's sweet"? Silence until she's bored? That's not attraction. That's maintenance. And here's the cold, painful truth. She might never appreciate your consistency. She might never wake up and suddenly realize you were the one. She'll just keep taking, because you never required her to give. Initiation is not just about who texts first. It's about interest, effort, and emotional investment. If she's giving you none of that, stop lying to yourself. A man with value does not chase silence. He doesn't entertain women who offer nothing but reaction. He watches how she engages, how she reciprocates. And if there's nothing coming back, he doesn't push harder, he pulls away. Not to play games, not to manipulate, but because he knows a universal truth. If she won't even start a conversation, she damn sure won't fight to keep one going. And that's not the kind of woman you build your life around. That's the kind you walk away from, gracefully, confidently, unapologetically. So stop making excuses. If she never initiates, that's not because she's shy. It's because she doesn't care if you disappear. And any woman who's okay losing you is not the woman you should ever be fighting for. 4. She avoids physical closeness. Let's get something straight. Physical closeness isn't just about sex. It's about comfort, chemistry, and connection. When a woman is genuinely attracted to you, her body language speaks long before her words ever do. She leans in when you talk. She brushes against your arm on purpose. She finds reasons to sit next to you, not across the room. She laughs and touches your shoulder, even if it's just for a second. It's subtle, it's natural, it's instinctive. She's not thinking about it, she's not planning it, she just does it because she feels something. But when she avoids being close to you, when she maintains distance, not just physically but emotionally, that's not just a mood swing, that's not just taking it slow. It's a signal, a very clear one. She's not interested in more, she's not feeling the spark. And here's the real kicker. She might still smile. She might still say yes to coffee. She might even say, "You're so nice." But if her body stays cold, all of that means nothing. Because words can lie, smiles can be fake, but the body is honest. Watch her carefully. Does she avoid eye contact when things get real? Does she sit just a little too far? Do her hugs feel stiff, quick, and forced? Does her body language scream guard up instead of come closer? Then you already have your answer. And yet, most men try to rationalize it. They think, she's just shy. Maybe she's been hurt before. She needs time. Listen carefully. You don't have to convince a woman to be drawn to you. You don't have to earn your way into basic closeness. If she's truly into you, the connection will pull her in without words. The energy speaks louder than intention. But when you notice her creating distance, even in small, subtle ways, that's her subconscious rejecting connection. You sit next to her and she shifts. You reach out and she gently pulls away. You go for a hug and it's a polite pat on the back style squeeze. And that's not taking it slow. That's her body saying what her mouth won't. I don't want to be close to you. Not like that. And here's where men get stuck. They keep trying. They double down. They say, I'll be patient, hoping that effort can change chemistry. But it can't. You can't create physical attraction out of thin air. You can't earn desire. It either exists or it doesn't. And when it doesn't, no amount of kindness, waiting, or thoughtful gestures will flip the switch. Let's go deeper. Maybe you compliment her and she shrugs it off. Maybe you try to hold her hand and she subtly pulls back. Maybe you sit a little closer and she gives that nervous smile, like she's hoping you don't cross a boundary she never had to explain. That's not tension, that's not shyness. That's a lack of desire, clear as day. And if you ignore it, if you keep pushing, keep hoping, keep initiating physical closeness, you don't build attraction, you destroy it. Because now you're not reading her energy, you're overstepping her disinterest. You're acting like chemistry can be bargained with. And let me be real with you. A woman knows when she feels something for a man. Her body tells her, her mind follows. And if there's nothing there, you become a guy she tolerates, not craves. And sometimes it's even worse than distance. It becomes rejection of affection. You try to pull her in and she tightens up. You crack a joke with playful contact and she recoils. You suggest closeness and she suddenly has to go. It's brutal. It's silent. It's loud as hell. So here's your truth. You deserve a woman who lights up when you walk in, who leans in, not pulls back, who lets her body speak desire without hesitation or confusion. If she avoids physical closeness, stop hoping she'll come around. Take the hint. Her space, her silence, her stiff hugs. They're all saying the same thing. This isn't what I want. You don't need a translator. You don't need more patience. You need self-respect. Walk away with your dignity. Because when the chemistry's real, you'll feel it. She'll feel it. And there won't be any distance between you. 5. She talks about other men. Let's cut straight to it. When a woman consistently brings up other men in front of you, especially in casual conversation, she's not just being open or transparent. She's sending a loud message. You are not the one I want. And here's the tragic part. Most men don't hear it. They ignore it. They brush it off. They even rationalize it. They tell themselves, she's just being honest. She probably wants my advice. Maybe she's testing me. Wrong. Let's set the record straight. A woman who truly wants you will not bring up other men to you like it's casual banter. She won't talk about how her ex keeps texting her, how some guy hit on her last night, how her male coworker just took her out for lunch, or how this guy from the gym is so funny and charming. She might be smiling while saying it. She might even act like it's no big deal, but it is, because what she's really doing is placing you in a specific category, the non-threatening zone, the friend zone, the I don't see you romantically zone. And guess what? That's not where attraction lives. That's where attraction dies. And here's where most guys fail. They take it as some kind of challenge. They think, if I just prove I'm better than these other guys, maybe she'll choose me. So they start competing. They try harder, they show more effort, they offer more emotional support, they try to out-nice every man she mentions. But here's the cold truth, brother. You don't win a woman's heart by competing for her attention when she's clearly not choosing you. You're not in a race. You're being entertained until she finds the man she really wants. Sometimes it's even more subtle. She won't mention her ex. She won't drop obvious hints. Instead, she'll casually say, Chris from work brought me coffee today. So sweet. I saw this guy at the gym with a crazy six-pack. You remind me of my friend Jake. He's hilarious too. You're not imagining it. She's dropping mini doses of rejection, wrapped in casual conversation. It's not a test of your confidence. It's not a game of jealousy. It's a signal. I don't see you that way. But if you don't check that energy early, you get boxed in. You become the guy she confides in about the men she actually wants. You become the therapist, the shoulder to cry on, the emotional dump bin, not the man she desires. And here's what most men don't realize. A woman who wants you will protect the space between you. She won't mention other men, not because there aren't any, but because she's focused on building something real with you. She won't risk ruining the mood. She won't plant doubts. She'll pull you in, not push you away with reminders of male competition. Sometimes it's not even about real men. She'll bring up actors, celebrities, influencers. Jason Momoa? Ugh, so hot. Have you seen that guy from The Bachelor? Even those moments? They're strategic. They're subtle statements. Here's the kind of man I'm actually attracted to, and it's not you. She's not being mean. She's not trying to hurt you. She's being passive. Soft rejection with a smile. But make no mistake, it's rejection. And a man with standards doesn't tolerate that. He doesn't smile and nod through emotional cuts. He doesn't listen to her swoon over other guys like it's part of courtship. A man with value won't fight for a woman who's clearly keeping him on the sidelines. Because here's the bottom line. When a woman is really into you, she won't bring up other men, not her ex, not her guy friend, not her favorite influencer, not anyone. You'll be the man she focuses on. You'll be the only one on her radar. She won't risk losing you by acting like she's got other options. She wants your full attention, and she'll work to earn it. So if she's constantly talking about other guys, don't treat it like a game. Don't treat it like a challenge. Treat it like the truth. She's not confused. She's not testing you. She's not being friendly. She's telling you clearly, you're not the one. And your job is not to prove her wrong. It's to hear her, believe her, and move on like the man she'll regret losing. 6. She doesn't ask you questions. Let's talk about one of the clearest, yet most overlooked signs that a woman just doesn't care. She never asks you questions, and that tells you everything you need to know. Because when someone is genuinely interested, when they're drawn to you, when they feel something real, they're curious. Curiosity is the most underrated sign of attraction. It's not always in your face. It doesn't always come with butterflies or flirty emojis, but it shows up in questions, real questions. What drives you? What's your dream? How'd you get into what you do? What's your family like? What do you want in life, really? It's not about checking a box. It's about pulling something out of you. Because your presence is magnetic to her. She wants to know more. She's drawn to your depth. She's exploring your mind, not just your looks. So when a woman doesn't ask you questions, not even the basics, how's your day? What do you like to do for fun? Where are you from? That's not just forgetfulness, that's emotional disinterest. She sees you, she hears you, but she doesn't feel any need to go deeper. You're just surface level to her. And here's where so many men make a deadly mistake. They carry the whole conversation, alone. They talk about their work, their hobbies, their passions, their thoughts. And what does she do? She smiles, she nods, she gives you short answers, but she never really engages. And the man starts thinking, she's so easy to talk to. We have great vibes. She lets me be myself. But he doesn't realize. He's not having a conversation, he's having a monologue. He's talking to himself, with someone politely pretending to care. You know what that's called? Emotional ghosting. She's present, but not invested. And you're pouring your energy into someone who's only there out of boredom, politeness, or convenience. Let's flip the script for a second. Think about the last time you were truly interested in someone. What did you do? You asked, you followed up, you remembered the details, you wanted to know what made them laugh, cry, dream, and tick. That's human nature. That's what attraction does. So when she doesn't ask, when she shows zero curiosity, that's your cue. She's not into you. She's not building anything. She's not trying to understand your world, because she doesn't plan to be in it. You might be her attention supply, validation fix, time filler, but you are not the man she wants to grow with. And some women, they'll keep you around anyway, not because they care, but because your energy is comfortable, because they know you'll keep trying, because you'll keep impressing her, hoping she'll finally come around. But brother, you're not a performer, you're not a podcast, you're not entertainment, you're a man with value. And if she can't meet you with the same level of curiosity and presence you're giving her, she doesn't deserve your time. Let's take it deeper. You can test this right now. Here's what to do. Stop leading the conversation. Don't text first. Don't ask all the questions. Just fall back. Now wait. See what happens. Does she ask where you've been? Try to reconnect? Show genuine concern about your absence? If the answer is no, if she lets the silence stretch on, if she never steps up to restart the connection, then you finally know the truth. You were never a mystery she wanted to solve. You were never someone she was emotionally invested in. You were just something to pass the time. And a man with purpose, vision, and value doesn't exist to pass someone's time. He builds legacy. He creates impact. He walks into rooms and raises standards, not lowers himself just to be seen. So if she doesn't ask you questions, she doesn't care to know you. And if she doesn't care to know you, she damn sure doesn't care to grow anything real with you. Walk away, not with anger, but with power. Because the right woman, she'll be hungry to know your story. She'll dig deeper. She'll see your mystery as magnetic, not invisible. And when that happens, you'll know the difference immediately. 7. She keeps you a secret. Here's a brutal but undeniable truth. When a woman is genuinely into you, she wants people to know. That doesn't mean she's going to post a selfie with you the next day. It doesn't mean she's going to scream your name on her Instagram story or announce you to the world like it's breaking news. But there's something you'll feel in the way she includes you in her life. There's pride, there's warmth, there's effort. She'll talk about you, casually, but with energy. She'll drop your name in conversation. She'll want at least one friend to know she's been seeing someone who makes her feel something. That's real interest. But when she keeps you a secret, that's not privacy. That's not discretion. That's not taking it slow. That's exclusion. And exclusion is not love. It's a warning sign. She hides you from her world. You never meet her friends. She never mentions you around her people. And when you're out in public, she acts like you're just a friend, or worse, like you're not even there. You start feeling like a shadow in her story, not a character. And here's where most men start twisting themselves into knots. They say, she's been hurt before. She's shy. She's just waiting for the right time. But time keeps ticking, and nobody knows about you. There are no texts from her friends, no invites to events, no moments where she pulls you into her real world. It's like you exist in this little private bubble, convenient, quiet, invisible. That's not mystery. That's rejection wrapped in politeness. Let's take this deeper. Sometimes she'll give you private energy, all warmth behind closed doors, late night texts, flirty messages, sweet little gestures, but only in private. She won't comment on your posts, tag you in anything. Be seen with you in public. Bring your name up when her phone is on speaker. That's not affection. That's access without accountability. You're being used for emotional company, but denied the public acknowledgement that comes with real interest. And sometimes, it's even more strategic. She might be keeping you hidden because she's entertaining other options. You're the filler. You're the just in case. You're the man she likes enough to talk to, but not enough to claim. And here's the dangerous part. The longer you stay hidden, the more she believes you're okay with it. You become the man who accepts crumbs, the man who never asks to be seen, the man who keeps playing his role, while she keeps you in the shadows. And don't fall for the "I'm just private" excuse, because privacy is protective, secrecy is dismissive, privacy is, "I'm not ready to post about us yet, but my best friend knows about you." Secrecy is, "No one in my life knows you exist," and that's intentional. One builds trust, the other kills it. Now let's go even deeper. Ask yourself, has she ever said your name around her friends? Has she ever posted even a hint of your presence? Has she ever acknowledged that she's seeing someone? Or does she change the subject when you bring up us? Does she act nervous when you suggest hanging out with her crew? Does she call you a friend to others? If your presence in her life feels hidden, covered, or erased, then brother, you are not part of her picture. You're the placeholder, the convenience, the background music while she searches for her lead character. But here's the truth no man should ever forget. A woman who wants you in her life will eventually make it known. It doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be public on day one. But it will be real, felt, and undeniable. If it's been months and you still feel like a secret, that's not slow progression, that's silent rejection. And you need to treat it like the truth. Because a woman who keeps you a secret, she's already told you everything with her actions. And a man with self-respect and masculine discipline never stays hidden. He walks away, not to play games, but to protect his value. Because you weren't born to be someone's shadow. You were built to be the man in the light. Let's recap. If she 1. Rarely replies. 2. Is always busy. 3. Never initiates. 4. Avoids physical closeness. 5. Talks about other men. 6. Doesn't ask you questions. And 7. Keeps you a secret. Then you already know the truth. She's not into you, not kinda, not maybe, not when the time is right. She's already made her decision. You're just trying not to see it. And here's the part that hurts, but also sets you free. Her actions will always reveal what her words try to hide. Because sometimes it's not about what she says. It's about what she doesn't do. She doesn't ask. She doesn't show up. She doesn't lean in. She doesn't make time. She doesn't try. And brother, that silence, that distance, that gray zone confusion you've been stuck in, that's not love. That's not potential. That's not something to fix. That's a door that's already closed. You're just knocking on it because you don't want to walk away. But let me say this clearly. It's not your job to decode mixed signals. It's not your mission to convince a woman to choose you. It's not your path to prove your worth to someone who refuses to see it. You're not a puzzle piece she hasn't figured out yet. You're a man with value, a man with vision, a man who knows when he's being tolerated, not chosen. And every minute you spend chasing someone who's already gone in her heart, Is a minute you lose from building something real with someone who would never make you question your worth? You are not an option. You are not a backup plan. You are not just a nice guy she keeps around out of politeness. You are a man of direction, of confidence, and of self-respect. So stop chasing, stop waiting, stop hoping that silence will suddenly become love. It won't. If she's not choosing you, then it's time for you to choose yourself. Because the woman who truly wants you, she won't make you guess. She won't make you wait. She won't keep you hidden or confused or emotionally starved. She'll make it clear. She'll show up. And she'll feel damn lucky to have a man like you in her life. But none of that starts until you stop chasing the woman who's already made her choice. And if you're serious about leveling up, this isn't just about walking away. It's about walking into a new standard for your dating life. If you've been watching these videos, learning from this content, you're on the right path. But you've only scratched the surface. That's why I built my exclusive online course to teach men like you everything, from approaching with power, to building real, lasting attraction, to becoming the kind of man that commands respect and devotion. We've just completed section 4 and the feedback has been off the charts. It's easy to enroll, it's secure, and right now there are only 5 discounted slots left. Use the promo code and visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or click the link in the description. Take control. Don't wait for permission. Don't keep playing games with women who already told you who they are. Invest in yourself, because when you become the man who stops chasing, you become the man they can't help but follow. This is Alpha Male 360. I'm David. And if this video gave you clarity, drop a comment below, hit subscribe, and share this with a brother who needs to wake up. You're not here to be liked, you're here to lead. Until next time, stand tall, walk smart, and never beg for what should come willingly.